this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat. According to Bleacher Report, Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge.
Hot boy.
All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
Let's go! Welcome, everybody, to the Rick T Podcast. Fucking let it ride then. How about them Cowboys? Poyer over McGregor any day. The Rick T platform is live right now.
MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do it, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
You already know what it is, man. Welcome to the Talk Your Talk show presented by the Rick T platform, man. I am your host, Eric Holmes, and we have a hell of a show lined up for you guys today, man. We're talking some fan control football. As you guys know, there was some hella breaking news today. We're talking some college football. As you guys know, Georgia are now national champions of the 2022 season. And as you guys know, the NFL season just ended the other day, so it's time to get into some NFL talk, man. But first, I'm not doing this alone. You guys know I usually don't do Talk Your Talk, Rick T. I usually don't do it alone in general, man. So we got some breaking news for you guys today on the Talk Your Talk show, January 12th, 2022, man. He's back. Let's go ahead and welcome back our guy, Justin Sanchez, the UFC analyst here on the Rick T podcast. He took his hiatus, but the guy is back. So let's go ahead and bring him on, Mr. Justin Sanchez. Woo! He's back. Cut it. It's time to get serious, Justin. You're a big Beast fan. As you guys see, yes, Dawn, Mike, everybody, welcome to the Talk Your Talk show presented by the Rick T platform. Go ahead and blow up that chat tonight, and I'll go ahead and remind you guys one more time. 35 viewers, we're giving away a free jersey to somebody watching the show. Somebody blow in the comment section up any jersey of your choosing, whether it's hockey, NFL, fan control football, NBA, any player, any size. We're on it, man. 35 viewers, so go ahead and spread the love of the Talk Your Talk Show and the Rick T platform. But Justin, like I said, it's time to get serious, man. It's time to get serious. I see the Beast logo behind you. I see the Raiders logo behind you. So before we bring our guests on today, let's go ahead and talk about the text I got from you earlier. Serge and I have made our minds up. I said, who? I said, who is this going to be? He said, after consideration and, well, simply realization, me and the young swag lord Serge Spinks have decided to take our coaching talents to, drum roll, please, Beast Mafia. And you guys already knew that, being that the logo is right behind my guy, Justin Sanchez and Sergio Spinks, two analysts that we have here on the Rick T platform, are joining Beast Mafia to try to help them win their first ever title. Justin, do you think you could do it?
Man, I coached with them last year. I had a fun time. I joined a little bit late in the season, finding out about fan-controlled football a little bit late. Just, love the league, love everything that's going on. And yeah, man, I do think we could do it. I'm a big Marshawn fan. I love the WNBA. We do have a Watson alum, went to junior high with a lady who plays in the WNBA, and she's a baller. So, shout out Kylie Shook, and Renee Montgomery is nothing short than a baller. You know what I mean? She deserves to be in the FCF and up there with the top owners. So I'm rocking with it. I'm riding behind it, and I'm excited for what's in store.
100%, man. There's no way you can't be excited, for especially season 2.0 in general, man. So let's go ahead and bring on our guests. Let's go ahead and turn the music up for them so they can come in lit how we do RTP style, man. Joining us first, this guy. He's always got something to say. He's always repping his team, and may I say he reps it the right way, man. So let's go ahead and bring out FCF iced out boy, my guy Sean.
Yo,
man.
what's
Sean,
good, everybody?
what's up, brother? How you doing, man? You ready for this?
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Hey, and we got to bring on your partner, man. He is not a Glacier boy. He is not a Zapper. He is not a part of any of these new teams, quite frankly, as well, man.
No.
He is one of the faces of Beast Nation. Let's go ahead and bring him on. Beast Mafia, eighth man, Beast Mafia.
Yes,
how you doing,
sir.
brother?
Yes, sir. What's good, gentlemen?
What's up, my man? You ready to get to it, bro?
Yes, sir. Hey, I've been ready. If you've been ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. So, hey, we've been ready for this news that you guys all know the Fan Control Football was going to drop today. They said big news Wednesday, January 12th, 2022. You guys are going to learn something new. And one thing that we learned today, and it was actually more than just one simple thing. So it started out, we woke up from a tweet from the Fan Control Football League saying Fan Control Football raises $40 million in funding plus 4 new NFT teams. We said we knew there was the 2 NFT teams already lit. We knew they were making money, but $40 million? Whew. Jesus Christ. Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch actually came out with a comment after that and said FCF is getting they money up, securing them 40 M's. We ready for seasons 2, 3, and some mo. So let's go ahead and check out these new NFT teams. As you guys know, there was the 4 existing teams already in the Wild Aces with Greg Miller, Barbara Duncanman, Rachel Lindsay, and Austin Eckler. Then there was also Destroying, Richard Sherman, Aiden Ross, and Quavo running the Glacier Boys.
My boys.
I was about to say, and you know a lot about that, Sean. You're actually a part of Glacier Boys Nation, man. Glacier Boys, whatever you guys call you. What do you guys call yourselves?
Honestly, it's
Ice trays.
true. I mean, like, that's a Quavo song, so I mean.
Ice trays, man.
Glacier Boys
I call them
the name.
Glacier Nation, so.
Glacier Nation, I like it. Zappers Nation has taken over the nation name, but you guys can go ahead and tag along on that. Moving on, man, to the Beast owners. Renee Montgomery, Marshawn Lynch, and Miro. Moro.
More dough to the league. Yeah.
More dough to the league. I like that. And then, of course, my Zappers were Trevor May, Bob Mentry, Ronnie Sai, a.k.a. Ronnie 2K, and then Dalvin Cook. But, guys, let's get into these 4 new teams so we can start talking about them. Let's go ahead and read them off. Team KOD. You guys know Tiki Barber, Rondé Barber, a bunch of names. Cynthia Freeland. Like, there's so many names associated with this team in general, so many owners, so much money involved. This team is going to be a problem. I'll go ahead and admit it. Just with as many owners as they have, this team is going to be a problem. Moving on to the second team that we knew about, Team Aoki, with Steve Aoki, and then as you guys see, Crypto 888 Crypto C. So a lot of people know them. DJ, one big name in the NFT world. Moving on to the two teams that were released today, and now it's time to talk about them, man. Team Gutter Cats, another NFT world team actually grabbing that third spot. And then, of course, we have Team Bored Apes. And this is actually a big move for the Fan Control Football League. A lot of people know who these guys are in the NFT community. So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Starting off with you, Sean. What's your opinions on these new teams? What was your thought process when these new teams dropped? Just tell us a little bit about what was going on inside the mind of Iced Out Boy.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of crypto. I don't get into the NFTs or cryptocurrency. But when I heard that they were going to put the four new teams, honestly, it looks like a good idea. I know we were looking forward to NFTs after they got announced a few months back. But if you look at it, according to the Discord, you have to pay for certain teams to be on them. You had to own a NFT to be on these teams. Now, if I was a newcomer to the FCFL, why would I want to be introduced? And this is just my opinion. Like, I'm not dissing the league. I'm not doing anything like that. But why would you want me to pay to be in a league that's controlled by us? You know what I mean? So, honestly, I don't know. Like, as a Glacier Boy fan, I'm sticking with my boys. We winning season 2.0, so don't even quote that. Don't quote me on that. But honestly, for anybody that owns an NFT, congratulations. I hope your team does well and so forth, but you're not beating the Glacier Boys. That's all I'm going to say.
Before we move on, Sean, one more quick question for you, brother. What does the Glacier Boys need this year to be successful? I know last year you guys had a hell of a passing game. You guys had two beast quarterbacks. And actually, I can't say beast. You guys had two great quarterbacks on the Glacier Boys. What do you guys need in season 2.0 to be successful again, bro?
Honestly, we need a super back. And we need wide receivers. As much as people are probably going to count me like, oh, we had Andrew Jamil, we had Boykin. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to name off a few that I think we should pick up. Joe Matthews. Honestly, we should pick him up. We should honestly freeze tag him if we had the chance. But I'm looking at we had great quarterbacks in Ed Crouch for one game. Francois, David Pendel, awesome guy. Let me just say that.
Most definitely.
But if we want to win, we got to learn how to run. As you saw, the Wild Aces, they ran the ball, and look, they're season 1 champions. So, if you really think about it, we need to run. We need to have a run game, and that's how I believe that's what
100%, man. Just real quick, breaking it down for you, man. What he is saying is, how can you win with the pass game on a 30-yard field? You got to have a rush game in, or a 50-yard field. Sorry about that. You got to have a rush game in there. You can't just throw the ball every play, yada, yada, yada. Glacier Boys, my guy Sean is saying, you guys need a super back. You guys need a number 1 receiver, and you guys are going to the championship. I would go ahead and ride the wave, man. Moving on to you, 8th man. Justin, I'm going to go back and forth between you guys because you guys are both representing the beast. So we'll start with you, 8th man, bro. What was going through your mind when these oh shit, okay. I guess we're gonna go you first, Justin. What was going through your mind when these two new teams dropped? I know you and me have been actually texting personally.
All right. Can you hear me?
We back. Okay, 8th man. I was worried for you for a second. You're chilling in the car. I thought you may have got kidnapped or something. I didn't know what I'm saying?
Like, right now, I'll be like, holding it down and stuff like that. Safety first. I got my seatbelt on and shit because we got to buckle up.
As he pulls it on, he's like, I got my seatbelt on. I'm weak, brother. Yeah, man. But safety first, bro. We're back. Same question to you, bro. What was going through the mind of Eighth Man when these two new NFT teams dropped? I know a lot of people have been, flaunting through free agency, just waiting for these two teams to drop. There's been so much news between fans and the league today. What has been going through your mind, bro?
Basically, we was just looking at more items on the menu for the beast to eat. You feel me? It's all great for the league with these NFT teams coming in, especially with the community that the NFT holds. I mean, if you look on it now, I mean, if you're already on the Discord beforehand or before today, the Discord just blew up with all the community rush of all these newcomers coming into the FCF, So with the NFT, I mean, I think it's great. It's probably not for everybody, as not everyone's probably gonna like it, but for what the NFT represents, for what it holds, what it brings to the league, it's all beneficial. I mean, I think that pretty much put us at that 40 million mark, you know what I mean, with the article that came out today. So I think it's all great. It's all beneficial. I mean, it's more teams for us to, compete against. It's more teams for us to go to battle against. And, it gives more opportunity for more players that are coming into the FCF. You know what I mean?
It's a 10-game
So I
season
think it's
too.
all great. And, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Sean, did you say 10-game season?
I believe so.
10-game regular. Yeah, are you talking 10-game regular season and then playoffs?
Do not quote me on that. I don't know. Do not quote me on that.
I was about to say, we're getting breaking news right here on RTP. No fucking way. No,
do not quote me on that. I've heard rumors. This is just a rumor. This ain't this is not from anywhere. But I've heard rumors that it's a 10-game season.
That might be nice.
Being the playoff being 9 and 10.
Okay.
8 regular season into 2 playoff or shit. I
know what you're saying. 8 regular season games plus the 2 playoff games, whoever makes the playoffs, depending on their record.
Right.
I feel that.
That's what I've heard.
Well, there's going to have to be more because of 8 teams.
Yeah, bro. I was going to say, unless there's literally only 4. I mean, they might do 4 teams that make playoffs and then just do a 2-2 and then the championship. I don't know how that would work.
We would have to vote on it. We got to vote on it.
We got to vote.
That's for the fans.
That's for the fans. So we want the NFL playoffs or the college playoffs. Let the fans vote. And for people watching that don't know what fan control football is, that is literally what this league is about. They leave everything up to the fans. Obviously, not the $40 million money moves.
Not just us fans. That's all of us.
I'm gonna say, all of us, man. All the fans. If you're in the fan control football nation, bro, all these votes go to you guys. I remember last year in season 1, that was one of my favorite parts of the actual game. Is they said, "There's no ref challenges. What do the fans think? Is it a touchdown or is it not? Is it a fumble? Or is it not?" And it's like, bro, if enough people hate my team, it's a fumble. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, bro. It's fan control football.
Definitely powered by the numbers.
Yeah, 100%, man. Before I swing it to you, Justin, let me go ahead and hit this question in chat. Don Clark says, when does the season start again? I'm definitely going to check it out. Yeah, so April 16th is when the first official season 2 game goes on. Don't know who's playing who, but it will be in Atlanta, Georgia. It will be streamed on NBCLX, Twitch, and Peacock. Yeah, and Peacock. So a lot of places that you can go catch the game. There's also an FCF app that I believe plays the games at the same times where you're calling the plays and stuff like that. So it's definitely ways to go ahead and watch it, man. My guy Astro, what's good? RTP, man. What is good? Astro, thank you for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk show. Justin, time to swing it to you, man. I asked these guys the question, what the hell was going through your mind specifically when these 2 new teams dropped? I know me and you have been talking on a different level in chat and stuff about you're not picking your team until these new teams comes out. And then you picked your team the day of this. So just tell us what was going through your head. What did you like? What didn't you like? Just tell us a little bit.
Right. Well, me, maybe, and some others, I was a little confused. I didn't know if I didn't know that they were strictly NFT teams. I thought that they were just like brand new teams, new owners. I didn't know who was coming in the league. Maybe Snoop Dogg. I don't know. So I was kind of waiting. Anticipation was getting to me. And, like I told you, if I didn't want to get on board with the other teams, I was going to go right back to the Beast, because I know you're trying to get me on the Zappers, and that wasn't going to happen. Wasn't going to happen.
Franchise.
So I was like, I gotta go back to the Beast or nothing. So that's why I'm here, Beast Nation, Beast Mafia, baby, with the front runner right here, Eighth Man, we're going to go win a championship. That's all I'm going to say. But switching it to the big news that got dropped today, the 40 million. I just want to say congrats to the FCF. Congrats to all the big wigs up there. You know, Patrick Dees, Sherrod, everybody who's been putting in the work to get this done, man. You know, we talked to them. They said it's been years and years and years of coming. So, you know, it's finally coming into fruition, and they're making some good money, and we're gonna have multiple seasons of the FCF, which is awesome. And I've been trying to get into NFTs, you know, stuff like that. I know that Gutter Gang and Bored Ape is two of the top ones. Those things are worth some bucks, man. And there's that means that bucks are coming into the league. That means that there's a foundation being built. That means that there's more stuff coming for us as fans. You know what I mean? And it's just super exciting. So I'm excited about the NFTs. You know, just like Eighth Man said, if the community that backs them is coming into the league, the more the merrier. You know, that's what we wanted. You know what I mean? This is football. It's going to be a lot of trash talk, probably. It's going to be a lot of like, this is better, this is that, this is that. Like, how good is it going to feel when a non-NFT team, beast, go and whoop an NFT team possibly in the
Hey,
championship?
Justin,
know
can
what
I
I'm
pause
saying?
you on that? Can I pause you? I just had to say this, and I had to
Go
say
ahead.
this earlier. Weren't y'all in season 1 talking about how you're gonna whoop up on the Glacier Boys and we destroyed y'all?
Hey, come on, man. You know that was a good game.
Y'all only got one win last year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys were supposed to win a championship, and
your one
destroy
win
us.
was a fluke, if we're gonna be honest. It's all over the highlights because you guys saved it on the last play.
Hey, a
It
win's a
wasn't
win.
shit.
So
It wasn't
hey,
shit.
a win's a win. So you can't say shit.
Hey, man, you guys got some figuring out to do. You know what I'm saying? Beast Mafia.
So,
Yo.
fellas, I got a couple more questions for you guys before we get out of here. And Rip T Tony is saying shots fired. There was hella shots. We were in the war zone right there. It was just an AK.
Hey, you told me I'm a suck.
Man, but my next question's for you guys, and we'll start off with you, Sean. We'll just go in a circle, man.
All right.
What is your expectations for season 2.0? I know everyone thinks that the Fan Control football season is just going up and up and up, but what is the vision for you in 2.0?
2 words. Fucking amazing.
One or 2 words. Great answer. I'm gonna say 1 word answer. No, I'm just playing. Great answer, brother.
But honestly, sorry.
No, continue. Go ahead.
But no, I mean and I mean that honestly. What do I expect? Like, I expect all kinds of things. I'm hoping there's all kinds of things. So I'm hoping for an upgraded stadium. Like, I'm hoping because we already know we're getting an upgraded stadium.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping for at least fans to show out in season 1 or 2.0, as in like going to these games, supporting either the Glacier Boys, the Zappers, the Wild Aces, or the Gutter Cats or the Adoki. Like, but that's all I'm hoping for is, even though we just invested 40 million or got 40 million, or the league got 40 million. Sorry for my words. I want this league to succeed, and it's succeeding expectations. So
100%, man. I never would have seen this many celebrity owners and this much going on with the Fan Control Football League when I first got into it in season 1, man. So before we get into the beasts, final question and stuff like that, when we asked them before their expectations, man, let me just show you guys what is around the corner with FCF and what is to come, bro. So check this out.
We can't be stopped now. This is bad boy for life. In 2021, Fan Control Football launches the first sports league that gives power to the fans.
With fans calling plays.
In 2022, now season version 2.0 is bigger and badder. With 4 new NFT teams and $40 million in a Series A raise. The disruptor of professional sports is here to stay. Get in the game at FCF.io. We can't be stopped now.
Take that,
Beast.
take that.
Eighth man, bro.
Yo.
After a video like that, after you've seen that video right here, maybe a little bit earlier, what is your expectations for season 2, bro? It's mind blowing to see what they've built and what's to come, bro. But what's your expectations for season 2 alone?
Shoot, nothing less than amazing, nothing less than exciting, explosive. Like, this is going to be an overhaul from V 1.0. Like, you know what I mean? I think V 1.0, it was kind of like a demo season where, like, you know, they had a product that they had to put out there for the fans to see and basically for everyone to kind of understand where they're coming from, right?
Yeah.
Now with this one, this is actually, I believe, it's going to be like the official season. You got more teams, you got a higher quality product that they're putting out there. It's going to be streamed on so much platforms, like, you know, was it the DNZN or whatever, the international platform that's coming, like, and plus all the things that you guys said earlier with MCLX, Peacock TV. So like the season 1 ended in March of 2021, and then within that 6 months from there to now, like, it's a complete difference. Like, you know what I mean? There's so much excitement already. Like, I'm expecting more plays to be calling, more fans interacting, you know what I mean? Definitely seeing more talent out there with all the player skills that's coming, like, you know. So I think it's just going to be something like completely new in a sense, with the still aspect of, you know, how to call plays and all that, but just all around it, I think it's just going to be like a totally new product, like, and something amazing.
100%, bro. One word that you said that stuck out to me was explosive. And
Yes.
like they said in chat, bro, it went from 2 defenses to 8 defense. Explosion. Like, you know how much more talent and players and play calls and all that is just going to be
It's gonna
in
be
Fantasy
crazy.
Football season 2.0, man. So it's going to be wild. That was another great answer from my guy, Eighth Man. Justin, last question on Fan Control Football, bro. What is your expectations for season 2.0, brother?
Traction. Man, I think that it already has picked up a lot of traction, but I think after this year, it's really going to pick off and just kind of boom, hit that milestone. And I think that as, like, you know, metaverse and stuff like that's going to unfold in these upcoming, you know, months, years, whatever, it's happening fast. I think a lot of the NFT stuff's just gonna blow up, man, and that's gonna carry this league more than anything. And it's a good opportunity, man, for a lot of players. And that's the big thing, is like all these players are getting like a second chance, a revive, and maybe even their first shot is gonna be the FCF. But it's gonna be good for everybody, and I think that it's a good thing for all of us too to be involved. You know, kind of forerunning stuff of like being at season 1.0. You know what I mean? We can kind of bring in these new fans into 2.0, into 3, into 4, and it's just going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy to see it all unfold.
100%, man. And my guy Astro was saying in chat, we got to talk about it on national sports radio. Believe me, people know what the FCF is, bro. I promise you. If they don't know exactly what it is, they've heard the name before. They know kind of the gist of it. They know the fans control the league, man. So thank you guys for joining
article.
us. Yeah, bro. It's
Forbes
literally a
article
Forbes
today.
article. It's
Well, they wrote
crazy.
one. Forbes wrote one today, and then on Coinbase there's an article. Like, it's crazy, man. They're blowing up.
AB was talking about it last week. That was all over ESPN. Like, it was crazy, man. But Eighth Man, Mass Glacier Boy, my guy, iced out boy. Thank you for joining us here on the Talk Your Talk Show, January 12th, 2022, man. We appreciate you guys, and we'll definitely have you guys back on soon, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Of course, man. Power to the fans,
sir.
bro.
Power to
Guys.
the fans, always.
Yes, sir, man. Power to the fans, bro. Moving on, man. We just got done with FCF talk. Let's get right into college football talk. And then right after college football talk, we do have a special interview from Raiders insider / beat writer, your boy Q, man. So don't miss that. But let's get into it, Justin. As you know, Georgia, national champions, bro. Beat Alabama 33-18 on Monday to go ahead and win the national championship. It was a goddamn storybook ending. If you see it, there was celebration off the field, on the field, off the field, on the field. Bro, there was one guy wearing the wrong fucking hat is how lit it's how lit it seemed, bro. But more celebration off the field, more celebration on the field. These guys are living the dream. SEC champions, national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs do it. Sign here. Welcome home, champs. Justin, did you watch that game, bro?
Yes, I did, man. And I got to say, defense. What a defensive game. Pretty slow, you know what I mean? Lots of field goals, but when it turned up, it turned up.
It did, bro. Bryce Young was getting smacked. He was also making throws. Like, it was such a wishy-washy mismatch game, but it was a good game all throughout it, bro.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like shook that Alabama finally lost. You know
Are
what I
you?
mean?
You
Yeah,
think it should
I am.
have
It's
happened?
just, yeah, I think that it was a well-deserved win by Georgia. like I said, it was a really, really close game, like intense defensive game, but best man wins. Bryce Young, we'll see what he's got in store for next year.
Hey, coming out next year as a junior. We'll see if he actually comes out after next year for the NFL draft. My opinion is he probably will, just being who he is, what team he plays for. But we're not talking about Bryce Young. We're not talking about Alabama. We're talking about Georgia. And one thing I do want to bring up is the state of Georgia itself has been through so much hurt the last, I would say, 5 years with championship games. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, the Atlanta Braves or whether it's the Atlanta Falcons. There's just been so much going on with the state of Georgia, man. So check it out. Atlanta up 28-3 over New England. We all know how that ends up. Atlanta up 39-24 over Dallas. We all know how that ended up. Up 26 over 10 or 26-10 over the Bears. We know how that ended up. Atlanta up 107 lost 107-118 to the Milwaukee Bucks after being up by 20. It's ridiculous. Alabama loses, or they were down 7-20 against Georgia a couple years back. They lost that one. So Georgia fans can enjoy these forever, man. The Atlanta Braves get a World Series dub, and the Georgia Bulldogs get a national championship dub, man. So shout out to Georgia. Something they're doing right down there. They're feeding them boys down there for sure, dog. They're feeding them dogs for sure. But if you guys watch the game, you guys seen that game-stealing interception by Keelan Ringo, the freshman corner. Actually, it was between Georgia and Oregon what schools he was going to go to, and I was pissed when he chose Georgia. But if you guys see it, that game-stealing interception, look at Kirby Smart. Look at that guy's vertical.
It's 38.
How old is he?
38 inches.
38 inches, so high, you could put a whole nother one of him underneath him. Literally, you can put a whole nother Kirby Smart under Kirby Smart. That's how high that man got.
Go ahead, Kirby.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't lying. 38 inches. That's a 38 vert. Kirby doing his goddamn thing, bruh. And
NBA.
Roll Tide. That's what I'm saying, bruh. That was rough, bro. But yeah, man, Kirby Smart doing his thing, bro. But as you guys, let's talk about Stetson Bennett. The real face of the Georgia Bulldogs, not because he's their best player, but it's because of his story, bro. So let's go ahead and check it out. I'll read it to you guys. Stetson Bennett grew up a lifelong Georgia fan. He walked on at University of Georgia before transferring to a junior college. He went back to University of Georgia as a fifth-string quarterback. He earned the starting job. He was demoted. Then he earned the job again, and now he has led the Bulldogs to a national championship. Actually, the first quarterback in, I think, 67 years to win a national championship after being a walk-on. So impressive, man. That's what I'm saying. Stetson Bennett, give this guy a round of fucking applause.
What was Stetson? I missed kind of like the after, but Joey B, Mac Jones, all smoking cigars. Was Stetson Bennett puffing a cigar? Had to have been.
The guy, he just looks happy.
Had to have been, man.
He just looks so happy.
What a dog. You know what I'm saying?
What a
Georgia. What a dog. What a dog.
Man, shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs for winning the goddamn Pops with the hops. That's what I'm saying, dog.
Kirby
32 vert, man. Get this guy a contract. Get him a scholarship. Fuck Ringo. Real quick, one more time. Where's Ringo's vert? Okay, he got a little bit of a vert on that too. But not
Ringo,
Kirby Smart.
Ringo got a vert.
Yeah, but not Kirby Smart vert. Look at that.
And let's touch on the fact that Dalvin Cook has a little brother that we'll see in the league in the next couple years.
Looks just like him. I don't know if he is actually the starter for Georgia, but man, the guy was getting touches.
He shares the role. Yeah, he definitely shares the role.
Dalvin Cook-esque for sure, man. I looked at him and I was like, why is Dalvin Cook in a Georgia uniform? They're like, no, man, that's his little brother. I was like, no shit. Like, no shit. You ain't lying, brother. Hey, but after that national championship game, the University of Alabama, we'll go ahead and read this, man. They're at 16 national championships in college history, but there is one team above them with 18. Who is it? Who could it be, Justin?
I'm pretty sure it's BYU.
I was about to say, I didn't really notice the why behind the numbers until just now when it's big enough.
But yeah, I mean, you got to know in college football, BYU.
Too bad it's not BYU. Too bad it's Yale with 18 national championships, according.
You got to know it's BYU. You got to go look that shit up.
Zach Wilson didn't go to that school for the Mormons. He went there because they're national champions.
Yeah, championship winner.
Well, Yale with 18, Alabama was 16. They could have grabbed another one and almost tied it with 17, but they couldn't do it. Alabama falls short. But go ahead and look at it. Yale's national championships from 1874. Most of these were in the 1800s. So how much can we count them? 74, 76,
Alabama has been all current. I thought it was BYU, bro.
I swear Alabama's won 16 national championships in the last 7 years.
I was about to say Yale hasn't won one in damn near 100 years, bro. Seriously.
Literally 1927. Literally damn near 100 years,
92 years ago. Damn, the boys were balling.
Well, fuck, brother. Hey, man, we're going to get into our first commercial break here on the Talk Your Talk show, man. On the other side, we are definitely doing a little bit of NFL talk and talking to Raiders insider, your boy Q, man. So stick around. We'll be back in about 5.
Mitch Trubisky.
Caleb Presley.
You were drafted number 2 overall by the Chicago Bears. Is that true?
That is true.
You like going number 2?
Some say it's a necessity.
Why do they call Chicago the Windy City? Is it because it blows?
Balls?
Well, I love Chicago. I'm a big Chicago guy.
Yeah, it's a great city. It does get windy, though.
How often you talk to Matt Nagy? You call him and catch up a lot?
We're not catching up recently.
Not recently?
No, not very much.
Because you went to New York, that's true?
Buffalo, New York, yes.
Buffalo, a town or a city?
City.
What's the difference?
City sounds bigger. Town sounds a little bit smaller. A town can be a city, but a city can't be a town?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Sure.
What is a Buffalo Bill? Just a bunch of dudes named Bill?
I don't think there's anybody on the team named Bill currently.
But as a group, you're just Bills?
Altogether, we're the Bills, yes.
Yeah. What is that?
Buffalo. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. That's not an answer, is it?
We're the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo a city or a town?
Town.
New segment, city or town. I'm going to say a place, and you say if it's a city or a town. Georgetown.
Town.
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 Cape Town.
Town.
City. Magic City.
Town.
Strip club.
Would not know that.
Tell me about traveling with the team when you go to away games. Do you have your own plane?
Yeah.
Do you have to go through TSA security?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah.
So you can't smuggle drugs on a team plane?
No, you can't. It's frowned upon.
Noted. Are there flight attendants?
Yeah.
Do they try to do like speeches and be funny to the captive audience just because they have the intercom?
I've heard some funny speeches before.
You ever give a speech?
On the plane? No. Not really a speech guy.
How come? Would you say you have a speech impediment?
I don't think so.
You want to finish today by giving us a speech, me and Balls?
No, I don't.
How about this? Give us a speech. Fire us up. Can you fire us up?
Can I?
That's what a leader does, isn't it?
All right, listen. Today, Balls.
Yeah.
Is our opportunity to seize the day, to seize the moment. Greatness is yours and yours destiny to take. Balls. It's not going to be given to you, Caleb. You got to go out there and take it. And if you're willing to make the sacrifices, it can be yours.
Defiant to our common enemy.
So go take it. Greatness on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Greatness!
Cut it. Thank you guys for sticking with us through commercial break here on the Talk Your Talk Show, January 12th, 2022. Let me go ahead and pop it up for you guys. January 12th, 2022 here on the Talk Your Talk Show. Let's get into some NFL talk alongside my guy, Justin Sanchez, who will be back in a second. But let's continue on, man. Starting off with this right here. I need to know from all of chat real quick. I'm mad at blank for ruining my Week 18 parlay here in the NFL, man. Who could it be? Who ruined your guys' parlay? What is going on? Now joining us alongside here on the Talk Your Talk Show, man, my guy, Justin Sanchez. Justin, I'm mad at blank for ruining my Week 18 parlay. Who is it for you?
Probably the Chargers.
That's fucked up.
Hey, just saying.
But now that you bring that up, let's talk about it, bro. The Chargers game was absolutely fucking wild. The Chargers and Raiders game this close to an insane tie that would have saw both teams making the playoffs. It was literally 39 seconds left in overtime, tied 32-32. After 2 straight run plays by the Raiders, the Chargers called timeout just before a 3rd down snap. Chargers coach said, we needed to get in the right grouping. We felt they were going to run the ball. We wanted to get our run defense in. Bad decision for him. After the timeout, the Raiders lined up and ran the ball for the 3rd straight time. It was a conversion. We certainly talked about it on the sideline. Raiders head coach Rich Bisaccia on the possibility of running out the clock. So it was a possibility that he was thinking, let's just both go to playoffs. There's no need to, finish this game out. Josh Jacob picked up 10 yards for the 1st down, setting up a 47-yard field goal attempt. Derek Carr, if the Chargers timeout changed their strategy, he said it definitely did. And it kind of seems like that after hearing all the rumors and everything going on, and you actually seen somebody voice it after the game. He said, we planned on kneeling the ball and tying. And the Chargers player just put his head down like, why the fuck did my coach call it timeout, man? So, Justin, in your opinion, what was going on there? Was that the craziest game that you ever seen to end a season ever?
Yeah, man. I think that game was the best game of the season, in my opinion. No bias that I'm a Raider fan. I just think that the stakes that were on the line, the way it played out, coming down to the wire there and in overtime for our kicker to win it, seal the deal. Shout out to the swan leg of a guy, Daniel Carlson out of Colorado Springs, man. Shout out to him, man. Iced the damn game. Shout out to him.
Those
But
boys from Colorado Springs got legs on them, bro.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know if they were gonna run it down to a tie. Both teams get in. Doesn't make sense to me. You gotta play them again in the playoffs anyway. You know what I mean? To get to that Super Bowl, why would you want to play them 3 times? Seal the deal. I think that's what the Raiders were going for, and I think that's obviously what they did, man. So I'm super happy. First time in the playoffs since 2016. Obviously, we had no Derek Carr in 2016. We went in with our 3rd string quarterback. I want to say it was I don't even know his name.
I was like Mick Trash.
Yeah, he was garbage, but yeah, man. And now here we are, not a full healthy team, but a good shot at it. You know what I mean? Raiders got a good shot at it, and I couldn't be any more happier.
100%, man. And you guys take on the Bengals on Saturday. That is probably the best matchup you guys could have got. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Bengals are good, but that is probably the most inconsistent team out of all the AFC playoff teams, including the Raiders. The Raiders, when they're good, they're good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the Bengals, you never really know what you're going to get unless you see Joe Burrow throw a pick 6 or a 75-yard touchdown to Jamar Chase. You never really know until it happens. You know what I'm saying? So Raiders have a really good chance this week beating the Cincinnati Bengals to go on to round 2 of the playoffs. But let's go ahead and hit this real quick. I'm mad at blank for ruining my week 18 parlay. Antonio Brown. Mike Carca saying he's mad at Antonio Brown. Rick T Podcast, Tony, RTPT is saying he's pissed off at the Colts. Astro was pissed off at Pittsburgh. Lil Spinks was mad at Dallas. Man, so many people got their week 18 parlay ruined this week by a team or a player. Last week of the NFL regular season, man, there was no way, man. And my guy Astro was saying, I told you, Jags, got to pay attention. The fucked up part about it is on Saturday night when I took the Jags as well, and Tony was sitting in this very spot that Justin is sitting in right now. I said, Jags are literally 6-0 against the Colts in the last 6 trips to Jacksonville. You think the Colts are going to come down here and do anything different? He was like, yeah, Colts, Jonathan Taylor, Colts. I said, all right, I got Jags. Jags win it. Pittsburgh gets in. Winner of the Raiders Chargers game was going to get in. Unless they tied, then they both got in, and Pittsburgh was getting kicked out. That was a possibility, bro. That was a possibility that a lot of people were riding on that I personally didn't think was going to happen, man. But continuing on through week 18, the NFL regular season is over. So let's just look at some of the statistical leaders throughout the board, man. Starting off with Tom Brady, man. Since turning 40, he has 188 passing touchdowns. Troy Aikman, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl winner, 188 passing TDs in his career. So Tom Brady did go ahead and finish this 2021-2022 season out, 2021-2022 season out as the leading passer in the NFL. Moving on to receiving, or not even receiving. No fumbles this year for any of these players. Alvin Kamara, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, Elijah Mitchell, Leonard Fournette, and DeAndre Swift. My guy Tony said it is most impressive player in this whole 6 is Najee Harris, being he's a rookie and got 70 receptions this year, which is top 4 for rookies, including receivers. So shout out to Najee Harris. And then moving on to this, king of receivers is Mr. Cooper Kupp. First outright receiving triple count winner since 1992. Led in receptions, led in receiving yards, and led in receiving touchdowns at 145, 1,947 yards, and 16 receiving touchdowns, which is absurd. 16.
But Cooper Kupp went off this year.
Cooper Kupp was doing the damn thing. So shout out to Cooper Kupp. So we got a receiving leader. Rushing leader was obviously Jonathan Taylor by, I think, 300 to 400 yards. He had 1,800 yards rushing. Ridiculous. Passing leader, Tom Brady. So shout out to those guys. Defensively, I'm not super sure who, led in sacks, or obviously I know who led in sacks, but I'm not super sure who led in tackles, who led in quarterback pass rushes. Like, we're not super sure on that. That's possibly some statistics that we'll get to you guys on Saturday for the Rick T Podcast. But moving on, just real fast, divisional winner preseason odds. So divisional champions and their preseason odds to win their division. Dallas for the NFC East, minus 110. Buffalo for the AFC East, minus 150. The Rams plus 180 to win the NFC West, and they did it. Chiefs minus 250. The Packers minus 160 in the NFC North. The Bengals plus 2,000. There was no way that any of these people thought that the Bengals were going to go ahead and win this division in the AFC North. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC South minus 200 and minus 120 for the Tennessee Titans along in the AFC South, man. So doing the damn thing. These guys, outright winners. Their odds, I think every division is pretty much on except maybe the AFC North with the Bengals and maybe the NFC West with the Rams. I think a lot of people maybe thought, the Ravens and the Cardinals were going to take those spots, which didn't happen. So that being they're plus 200 and plus whatever, 2,000. So shout out to those teams. Top teams against the spread. Teams with the best record versus the spread during the 2021-22 season. Dallas leading the way at 13-4. At the bottom of the list was Miami at 10th at 9-7-1. So this is just the top 10 teams or, 22 teams that were worse than Miami. So this is the top 10 teams against the spread during the 2021-2022 season. Dallas, again, leading the way at 13-4. Miami at 10th at 9-7-1. Worst teams against the spread during the 2021-22 season. As you guys see, Jacksonville 5-12. And then 10th worst is the LA Rams at 8-9, man. So those teams didn't do too great. These teams did outstanding against the spread. One more statistical topic that we have for you guys. NFL wins since 2017. The Chiefs lead the way at 60, and the Giants are at the bottom of the list, tied with the Jets, tied with the New York Jets at 22 wins since 2017, man. This is a problem.
Yeah,
for all these teams in the right bracket right there, this is a problem. You guys got to at least get over 35. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least get over 35.
Yeah, but, league had a heyday, a couple days ago, letting go of everybody. It seemed like almost every head coach lost their job. You got Nagy, Brian Flores, Vic Fangio, you name it.
Literally almost every fucking coach got fired, and I'm glad you bring that up. Let's talk about it real quick. The Dolphins announced they have relieved Brian Flores of his duties. Only 9 teams have a higher win percentage than the Dolphins at .576 over the last 2 seasons, which is Kansas City, Green Bay, Buffalo, Tampa, the Titans, the Rams, the Steelers, the Saints, and the Colts. Those are all very good teams that have potential, that have a future, and Miami just got rid of their head coach because they thought they didn't have one. Moving on, 5 candidates who could replace Denver Broncos ex-head coach Vic Fangio. Just real quick, Dan Quinn, Jim Harbaugh, Doug Peterson, Eric Bieniemy, sorry about that, and then Keelan Moore, the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Just 2 coaches that got fired. The Giants have fired Joe Judge, but the Giants offense ranked since hiring him in 2021 32nd in fucking everything. So this guy needed to go. Yeah. And those are just 3 of the top, like you said, 7, 8 coaches that just got relieved of their duties the day after the final regular season game of the NFL, man. So Justin, just quickly, before Q gets on, hopefully he does come on. It's running a little late. But quickly, as you guys know, the Raiders have an interim head coach. What's his name? Rich Bisaccia. How you feeling about him? Who do you think could take that role in 2022 for you guys and the Raiders, bro?
Yeah, so I actually went to the first Coach Bisaccia head coach game over there in Denver. It was awesome, man. It was awesome to see him come out and lead a team to a victory over Denver, you know what I mean? And it was just under, bad terms, but it was good to see him step up, and I think that he has a good shot at being a candidate next year. I definitely think that he fits the role, and a lot of players like him. He was a player's coach to begin with, and I think that, Bisaccia is definitely done well with us.
Yeah, man. One thing that he has that I noticed that you need as a Raider is he has grit, man. He doesn't care what's going on around him. He's going to do his damn job, whether it's coaching on the sideline, whether it's recruiting. Rich Bisaccia is going to do his job, man. So as an interim head coach, I think he's done very, very well, man. So, but to get some real opinions on this situation, let's talk to somebody who matters in the Raiders community, somebody who people look up to. Let's talk to your boy, Q, man. Q, what's up, brother? How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I'm blessed, man. I appreciate y'all having me on the show. I think I'm in the – oh, there I am. Hey, there I am.
You're good. I'll go this one.
Hey, how you guys doing, man?
Great, man. Thank you for joining us here on Wednesday. I know you're a real busy guy with, everything that happened with the Raiders, especially on Sunday night and everything, man. So we appreciate you for taking some time out of your Wednesday to join us, bro.
Oh, no problem, man. It's my pleasure. And it's always fun to come on here and talk some Raider ball. And, man, you're talking about playoffs, right? I mean, hasn't been a playoff appearance since 2016. And that we all know how that shook out. That really isn't a real opportunity without Derek Carr going up against the Texans. So this is the first time I got to talk about Raiders playoffs in a long time. I mean, since I was a young dude. So this is a lot of fun, man. I'm having a great time this week.
100%, man. And again, thank you for joining us, man. That's what my guy Justin was just saying about the Raiders. He said last time that I got to see Raiders in playoffs was 2016, and Derek Carr wasn't even there, man. Derek Carr's had such a bad name for so many years, but hasn't really gotten a chance to prove it, man. So Q, just
we had
first
the
quick
third
question.
string
Connor
quarterback.
Cook. First time he got to start was in the playoffs. Good luck.
Yeah, that's rough, man. So, Q, just a little question, man. What's your expectations for Derek Carr going into his very first playoffs, I guess you could say, being that the last time you guys were in playoffs was 2016, man?
You know, that's a good question because honestly, the last 4 weeks have been the playoffs for the Raiders. You know, they've needed every single one of these games to win to get to where they're at right now, which is the playoffs. And I thought, honestly, going into Sunday night against the Chargers, he was going to have a monster game. I thought he was going to go out there with that, hey, this is the chance for me to punch my ticket to the playoffs. I mean, I'm telling you, like I rehearsed in the mirror, like what I was going to say and how it's going to shake out and what the post game interview is going to sound like. Like I had all this in my mind, and it didn't play out like that. So, the thing is, and I've realized the Raiders in this 4-game winning streak are winning, and they're not winning because Derek Carr has to do all the heavy lifting. They're winning because the team is playing like a team, which is more important than him putting up 300-plus yards and throwing 3 touchdowns. They're getting contributions from the ground game. They're getting contributions from the defense. They're getting contributions from special teams. And Derek Carr is making some great passes when he needs to and helping them win. Hang around, and find a way to win at the end. That's what they've been doing. So I think he's going to go in there and just play what he's done the last month, just kind of slow and steady and try not to make too many mistakes and let the ground game kind of help him a little bit and make the big plays when he has to. So I don't think it's going to be a big monster net game for him as far as stats go, but I think he's going to have an opportunity to do some special things at the end of the game.
Absolutely, man. And one thing that you said that really stuck out to me was they got to get the run game going. If that run game is going, the pressure is off of Derek Carr. And I think every quarterback in the NFL is a little bit better when the pressure is not 100% on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. And the offensive line has been a little suspect a lot suspect actually throughout the course of the season. It's starting to get a little bit better. I think Andre James is playing some really good ball from the center position, but you got Alex Leatherwood who's still struggling. You got Brandon Parker who's still struggling. Simpson at the left guard position is struggling at times. Colton Miller has been the slow and steady guy. He's been the guy that you could really rely on as far as the Raiders offensive line goes. So I think if they can start blocking downhill, the weather's supposed to be pretty cold. I guess snow's not going to be there at first, or it sounds like there's not going to be snow. They might avoid that, which is great. But I mean, a run game and defense travels in late December, early January in the playoffs. You've got to have that. The defense in that run game. Jacobs has been playing good the last quarter of the season, the last 4 games. He's been playing really well. So if he can get that going, get in the 60 to 80 to 90 yards rushing, that's going to give the Raiders an opportunity, and that's going to allow Derek Carr to be able to do the play action pass and maybe hit Zay Jones or a Hunter Renfrow or a healthy Darren Waller if he's out there. I think it opens up everything, but you've got to get some kind of consistency and some kind of ground game going with Jacobs.
Absolutely, man. Justin, I know you've been waiting a long time to talk back with your boy Q right here, man. So go ahead and shoot your questions. Go ahead.
Man, Q, it's good to talk to you. The ups and downs of the season have been crazy, man. So I'm glad we're here in January talking Raiders football.
Man, I couldn't even believe it, right? I mean, if you think about everything that this team has been through this season, I thought when they lost Gruden, I said, okay, they can overcome that. I mean, it's not ideal, but you can overcome the loss of a coach, especially if you have veterans on the team and you have leadership. Okay, they can go out there and play. After the Ruggs situation, it was like, all right, all bets are off. You know what I mean? Because that was their brother. They lost their brother in the locker room. They lost someone that they were very close to. They lost a guy that was a key contributor to the team. And it just looked like it was just too much for them. And they lost 5 out of 6 games. I thought they were done. It's like, okay, after that Kansas City loss, when Jacobs fumbles on the first play of the game, I figured that was kind of what the rest of the season was going to look like. 4 and they were done. 4 games, and then go clean your locker out, go get a new head coach, go get maybe a new quarterback, a new GM, whatever you got to do. That's how I thought it was going to shake out. Well, here we are. Yeah, mid-January, We're talking about a playoff game now. They're on a 4-game winning streak. The coach is making a great argument for sticking around. The GM is making a great argument for sticking around. Derek Carr is telling you, I've told you this the whole time. It's like the narrative has changed, man. It's incredible, but it's a testament to those guys in the locker room. I don't know if you guys saw the piece that Alec Ingold put out the other day on Sunday, but he documented the whole season and what it was like. And he's out with the torn ACL and he's a captain, but he documented it so well and said, hey, once we got to the facility, everything that you were talking about got shut out. It was like the door got shut and we didn't listen to anything on the outside. All we did is handle our business and think about what the goal was, which was the playoffs. And so now they're there. And so I gave Alec a lot of credit for writing that and really kind of taking us behind the scenes of what this season was like. And it's leadership like that, even though he's not playing, why the Raiders are where they are and talking about a playoff game on Saturday.
100%, man. Yeah, and like I was saying, man, like you've been grinding for Raider Nation for a long time, so I know you've seen some ups and downs, but I mean, this is probably something that has been, unforeseen, something that you wouldn't wish upon us for sure.
Right.
The viewers, can you tell them what your new role is with Raider Nation and how much you've stepped up and where you're at right now?
Well, I mean, it's been a crazy grind, like you mentioned, man. I mean, really starting back in 2015, 2016, doing the Black Hole Banter with my guy, James Arcelana. That was kind of the first little podcast that we got on just because we wanted to. And then that turned into the Locked On Raiders podcast while I was doing radio in Central Texas. And now all of a sudden that's turned into me being, the program director for Raider Nation Radio 920, as well as the other stations here in Las Vegas, sports stations, part of the Las Vegas Sports Network. We got 4 of them. I do a show every day on Raider Nation Radio 920. So sometimes I'm doing a show from the facility. I'm over at the practice building. I'm at Allegiant Stadium every home game. I mean, it's so crazy, man. Of course, I'm still doing the Locked On Raiders podcast. It's just like it's going. So I mean, it's been a lot of fun. And I tell everyone as a joke, I say, hey, man, since I've been living in Las Vegas, the Raiders have made the playoffs every year. Which I mean, I've only been living in Las Vegas since July. But hey, I mean, I'm 1 for 1.
Yep.
It's true. So no, it's just been a lot of fun, man. Just getting a little bit more up close and personal and seeing more that's going on with the team and seeing how they develop, seeing how the fan base grows here in town. I mean, being at Allegiant Stadium on Sunday night and seeing how it was incredible, man. I mean, the fan base was so loud and so proud. And I mean, it was so loud in there. It was unbelievable. So it's been a hell of a ride, a hell of a grind. And the grind's not over, man. It's just getting started. And who knows how long this team's going to be playing. But regardless, when this season comes to an end, you could not do anything but say how proud you are of those guys for even – I mean, they could have folded their tent. They could have said, hell, this is over, man. We'll come back next year and see what we can do. But they didn't do that. They kept focused and kept their mind on the prize, which was getting to the playoffs. And now that they're in the playoffs, as they've said multiple times, that's not the end goal. The end goal is to go to the dance and have a little fun while you're there. So the fun starts on Saturday.
100%, man. 100%. And swinging back to my next question, kind of touching up on what you just said, you're at every home Raiders game with your new job, being that you kind of have to be there, man. So my question is kind of being without fans in 2020 and 2021, and you guys just being kind of moved and still sort of new to the Vegas area, what's the environment like, or what's the environment been like all of 2022, not just Sunday for, the play-in game, but what has the environment been like in the new stadium with the new Vegas fans? Like, how has that all worked out for you guys?
It's been a fun experience for me to be able to sit back and watch from a distance. Look, Las Vegas, as you guys very well know, is a city that everyone wants to go to at some point for some reason, right? So when the schedule comes out, every other fan base in the country says, okay, when does my team play Las Vegas? When are they going to go to Las Vegas? Because that's the weekend that we want to go. And so you see at Allegiant Stadium, you see a lot of the other fans. You do. But the Raiders' job is to be a really good team on the field, and then you won't hear those guys in the stands. It gets real quiet when the Raiders are dominating a team in Allegiant Stadium. It gets real quiet of the opposite fans. Like Philadelphia, those fans, they went in there, they were pumping their chest, and man, all of a sudden it got quiet. You didn't even know they were there. So Raider Nation shows up, but also in Vegas, the thing is they want a winner. There's so much to do here in Vegas, so much to do. I mean, just think about this. Pro Bowl weekend, you're going to have hockey, the All-Star weekend's going on that same weekend. The very next day, you got the Pro Bowl going on at Allegiant Stadium. I mean, there is always an event going on every single weekend. So if you're not a very good product, I might have season tickets to you as a fan, but I might say, well, you know what? I'd rather go to this game. I'd rather go see the Vegas Golden Knights instead of the Raiders because they stink. So I'm going to put my tickets up for sale. Well, then that means that gives an opportunity for a Charger fan or a Chief fan or whoever's coming in to go buy that ticket. So it's been up and down as far as attendance goes and how much Raiders have a real home field advantage. But when they're playing for something and they're winning games and like they are on this 4-game winning streak, please believe Raider Nation is there. They're loud and they're proud. And that's what you saw Sunday night, man. It was so stinking loud. It was the loudest I had heard Allegiant Stadium since I've been here. And I've been to every single home game this year with fans there. So it's a hell of a home field advantage if the Raiders are handling their business. Now, if they're not, well, then you're going to have a Vegas, like a residency on the Vegas Strip. It's just like anyone's going to show up and show out. So that's the job that the Raiders have to do. They have to establish their own home field advantage.
100%, man. And on Sunday when I was watching that game, I found myself at the edge of my couch, and I'm like, why am I so into this game? I'm not a Raiders I'm not a Raiders fan. I don't really care who wins this game. And then I thought to myself, it's because everybody in the stadium is just literally on the edge of their seats. They are wired to see what's going to happen next, whether it's a big Chargers play, whether it's a big Raiders play. Everyone was excited to see what happens next. So that environment just from the TV there in Allegiant Stadium was just next level, man.
I'll tell you this, man. I was in the press box, and in the press box, there's no cheering. Now, I've let it be known that I'm a Raider fan. I'll always be a Raider fan. And so I'm being calm and cool. I'm sitting here on my laptop. I'm sending out tweets about the plays that are going on. But every time the Raiders get like 4th and 10, 4th and 9, 4th and 21, like my heart's pounding because I'm thinking, all right, this is going to be it. It's a wrap. The Raiders are going to win and they're going to go to the playoffs. This is going to be great. And then all of a sudden, Justin Herbert comes up with a big play. So my heart, I mean, if you go back to like cartoons back in the day when you'd see the big symbol of the heart pounding out of like Bugs Bunny's chest or whatever, or whatever, that's how it felt. It felt like it felt like everyone saw my heart just coming out of my chest. Yes, exactly. It was one of those because it was that, like you said, sit on the edge of your seat, so nervous, and it was crazy. And it didn't matter who you were going for because I knew people in the press box that weren't fans of either team. But they were just like, man, this game is so intense that I don't know what twist and turn it's going to take next. That's how much fun this is. And that goes back to the old school Raiders-Chargers rivalry and the hate for each other. And, you never know how those games are going to shake out. And I saw a million of those at the Coliseum between multiple years. I'd see those guys go at it like that. Now, obviously, they didn't have plays like we saw on Sunday night. I mean, that's just stupid. There was just so much. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? But this, I mean, it's a roller coaster ride. But it was a lot of fun, man. And so if you can get some more games like that in Allegiant Stadium, look out, man. It's going to be fun.
Sold, man. Absolutely. Justin, what else you got from my boy Q?
Man, I was just curious, you arriving to Vegas this year, like you were saying, was awesome and stuff. What is one of the most surreal moments for you this season?
Man, that's a good question. It really is. There's been so many different moments, but I'll tell you this, and I know he's no longer the coach of the team, but John Gruden, when I first got there, first got to Vegas, I did my very first show. I started in July. I did my very first show on Raider Nation Radio 920, and it wasn't even my show. I was filling in for Vinny, who does In the Huddle from 4 to 6, but he was on vacation. So I was like, all right, I'll do his show, and then I'll start my show the next week. So what happened is he usually did his show from the facilities on Thursday. So they said, all right, Q, your first show on the air is going to be from the Raiders facility in Henderson, the practice facility. And I was like, all right, that's what's up. So I drive in. I've never been there. And so I'm kind of not nervous because I'm not really nervous about anything. But at the same time, it's like I'm a Raider fan and I'm driving into the facility. You know what I mean? So at that point, I'm thinking, this is kind of cool. This is an awesome looking building. I drive in and I park really far away, like really far away. It's the first parking spot I saw. I parked in because I was like, I ain't driving up there by all those fancy cars. I ain't doing none of that stuff, man. And then at the same time, I'm trying to be cool where I'm like, I've been there, done that before. It's no big deal. Like, I'm trying to be the guy. So I get out the car and I'm walking with my backpack and a guy comes up to me and says, hey man, you don't have to park so far away. You could park up there closer. I was like, nah, that's cool. I don't want to get in the way. And he said, no, there's no players here right now. So you're fine. You could pull up a little closer. And I was like, nah, I shrugged him off again. I was like, nah, man, it's cool. I'll just walk. It was a long walk, right? He was like, no, just seriously, just drive up there. So at that point, like you don't let the guy tell you 3 or 4 times. So I was like, all right, I'll move my car. So I drive up and I was like, well, hell, I might as well go all the way to the front row. So I'm going all the way up to the very first row of parking spots. I turn the corner and here comes a blue Mercedes towards me, right? And I was just like, oh, that's cool. It's a blue Mercedes, whatever. And the car starts to slow down. It's like, oh man. And then I started seeing the window roll down. So when you think that it's kind of like when the police roll up on you, roll the window down, you know that you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
What I do.
yeah. I mean, we've all been there, right? So anyway, there's a blue Mercedes that rolls up, and all of a sudden it rolls the window down, and I'm thinking, oh damn. So I roll my window down, and it's Coach Gruden, and he looks at me and is like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm good, Coach. How you doing? I get this big old smile on my face, like I just got some Kool-Aid or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm all fired up, and he probably thought I was corny when I did that, but whatever. I was like, hey, Coach, how you doing? And all this. He's like, good, man. I've been here all day. I've been working really hard. Man, thanks for being here. We're happy to have you here. I was like, you are? He's like, yeah, man, go in there and have a good time. Do your show. And I was like, oh, he said do my show. He knows who I am. You know what I mean? And I don't know if he did know who I was.
Yeah.
Kind of like he knew who I was.
Right.
And so it was like that. It was like that oh blank moment. Like, oh my God, Coach Gruden just welcomed me to the facility. So I go in there to do the show, and like that's the first 15 minutes of the show is me describing my interaction with Coach Gruden in the parking lot. And I'm a Gruden guy. I was happy when he returned to the sideline for the Raiders. So I'm like on cloud 9. So then I knew like, oh man, this is real. Like this is really real. Like I'm doing something. And I wasn't really doing much. I just did a radio show, but still, it was like, man, I'm
crazy.
I'm
Yeah,
here,
good for you,
know what I
man.
mean? And so obviously we all know how it shook out. We know he's not there anymore, but that literally was my only one-on-one experience with Coach Gruden while he was still the coach. Now I was at media sessions and I'd ask him questions and whatever, but it was never like a one-on-one situation like it was when he rolled down the window and welcomed me to the facility. So I think that was probably the most like just, oh damn, that really happened moment for me.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Window to window with Gruden.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
like,
crazy,
what's up,
bro. And I'm like,
Yeah.
me and Justin both ourselves are Gruden guys. So like that
Right.
story in general was like, wow. Like
You
I
know,
would have
it's like, wow.
fanboyed. Gruden,
Yeah,
can I
you
get
know
an
what I mean?
autograph? He would have been like, what?
Right. Yes, I didn't do all that. I tried to play it cool, but I think he could tell by the look on my face that I was pretty excited. So
100%, man.
That's awesome,
100%, man.
Yeah.
Q, I'm not going to keep you all night, man. So just a couple quick questions for you talking about this Saturday's game, man. As you know, the Raiders 10-7 take on the Bengals 10-7. The Bengals are a -5.5 favorite. What is your expectations for this game? What do you see happening personally?
Man, I'll tell you, as the Raiders are on a 4-game winning streak, I don't feel like there's a team that they can't beat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really don't, especially in the AFC where everything is really bunched up. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I really do. I think that the run game is going to have to continue to develop. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have to be a factor in this game. And I think Derek Carr is going to have to come up and make some good plays when needed. I think the recipe for a win for the Raiders is to keep the game close, and have an opportunity to win it at the end. Daniel Carlson has walked it off 5 times this year. The Raiders have walked it off 6 times this year. Carlson just won his 4th Special Teams Player of the Week award. I mean, that's crazy. I think that the defense, I think Crosby and Ngakoue are going to have to harass the hell out of Joe Burrow. Really, I think this game comes down to the trenches. I mean, the offensive line has got to play better. They've got to protect Derek Carr. They've got to open up some holes for Josh. And the defensive line's got to harass the hell out of Joe Burrow. If they do that, I think the Raiders have an opportunity to win this game. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think the over-under is like 49.5 points. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 24-21 game. I mean, straight up, I think it's going to be around that range. And I feel really good about the Raiders' chances. I really do. Normally, I give the Raiders a 3-point favorite because they're at home or when they're at home, but this is on the road. So it feels like a game that maybe the Bengals could steal at the end and close the Raiders season out. But I mean, going off the strength of what I saw from the Bengals the first time they played the Raiders, it was a close game till late. You know what I mean? Like it was really close. And that was great environment. That was nice controlled weather. That was indoors. I mean, I just think this game is going to get a little ugly. It might come down to a turnover or two or something. You know what I mean? Like something that happens, unfortunately, with the ball for one of the two teams. I'm just
hold on to the rock.
I haven't made a decision yet if I think that the Raiders, if I have a gut feeling that the Raiders are going to win, or if it's just going to be one of those like come down to the wire type moments. I feel like it's probably leaning towards come down to the wire. Maybe whoever has the ball left is going to get a chance to win. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. If I had to pick if I had to pick a winner, I'll go with the Raiders and say that they're going to win by 3. But I'll tell you, I'm not very confident about it. I feel like it can go either way. I really
anybody's game. Yeah,
I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, it's the playoffs, you know.
100%. Exactly, man. And like you said, man, if it's a 24-21 win, you're playing
Right.
football in January. So a win like
Right.
that in January is good football. You know what I'm saying, man?
Right,
100%.
for sure, for sure. I like I said, I feel like there's not a game that they can't win. And I'm looking at all the teams that are playing. You know, I'm looking at the Bengals, obviously. I'm looking at the Titans. I mean, the only team that if I'm the Raiders, I want to avoid like a plague is the Chiefs. I want to avoid the Chiefs with everything, just because that's not a good matchup. There's certain teams that you match up with really well, and there's certain teams that you don't. The Raiders don't match up very well with the Chiefs, especially without Henry Ruggs and that speed. If they had that speed, maybe they match up better. But right now they just don't. And you saw what happened the 2 games that they played each other this year. They both got ugly, and they got ugly quick. So I think that they have a puncher's chance with any team that they play. They just don't want to play the Chiefs at all. Stay away from that.
Please.
100%.
Come on,
100%.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Right.
did Pittsburgh a favor. Now
Right.
Pittsburgh do us a favor.
Right. There you go. That sounds like a good plan. I like that.
Exactly,
I
man.
like that.
Q, again, thank you for taking some time out of your Wednesday to join us here on the Talk Your Talk show. Give the fans a little bit of information about yourself. Give them a little bit of hope, expectations about the Raiders playing football here in January. Like you said, it's big time football for the Raiders, being that you guys haven't been in playoffs since 2016, man. So this Saturday's game is a big one for you guys. I wish you guys nothing but luck. And I'm excited to see you guys do your thing, and excited to see you in Allegiant Stadium in 2022, 2023 as well, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys having me on the show. Like I said, it's going to be a fun one. It's playoff football that we're talking about. Hopefully next week we're talking about some more playoff football. That'd be great. I mean, hey, look, I can get used to this. Let's just ride this out for a while, right?
100%.
I don't need to talk about the offseason, man. There's plenty of time. We can talk about the offseason in March. Let's talk about football right now, you know?
Yeah, like Jalen said, I'm not ready to go home yet.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. Neither are we. We ain't ready to stop watching our Raiders play, man.
Right. Absolutely. So hopefully they handle their business in Cincinnati, and then it's on to either Tennessee or whoever knows where they'll go. I think Tennessee might be the place that they go next. And I definitely think they could beat the Titans. But again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. They got to handle their business this week. So we'll see how it
100%.
shakes out, but I look forward to it.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Before we get you out of here, my guy RTPT is saying in the chat, Q, your storytelling is A1, dog. I felt like it was me in that story.
Nice. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I'll tell you, that was a fun story, man. That was fun when that happened. I couldn't believe it, man. And it was surreal. It was that blank moment, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a good time. So appreciate y'all having me on the show.
Of course, man. Let's definitely
man.
do it again soon. Gonna have to get you back on here before the 2023 season, see what your expectations are again. And then we'll go from there, brother. But again, thank you for joining us here on Wednesday, January 12th, 2022, man. Raiders Insider, your boy Q, man. Q, peace out, brother.
All right,
Thanks,
man. Y'all
Q.
be good. Appreciate y'all.
Of course, man. Of course. That was Raiders Insider, your boy Q, giving us a little bit of insights on the Raiders, a little bit of insight on the NFL in general. Justin, how you feeling? That's your guy right there.
Yeah, honestly, I listen to Q every damn day. He has a show that comes out every morning just covering the Raiders, but his take is really raw and like to the point. And the fact that I was listening to him when he was doing a show in Texas. That's when we first had him on the show. This offseason, like he said in July, boom, Raiders hit him up. He gets a big job right there at Raiders facility. He's at every home game. He does the 4 shows a day. They're always streaming, talking Raider football. He talks to some of the greats. Like I'm talking dang. I don't know why I'm fumbling right now, but I'm talking
Marcus
like Rich
Allen or
Gannon, Marcus Allen, you know what I mean?
Like
Rich
big
Gannon,
time names.
big
Yeah.
time Raider football players and Hall of Famers. He has them right there in the studio. So it's cool to chop it up with him, get to talk to a legend like that. And that dude really cares. You know what I mean? He really cares about us and our show and everybody who he reaches out to and stuff. He cares and puts forward that effort to always kind of make these appearances and reach out.
100%. And that's what I was just about to say. I think my favorite part of having Q on is not only getting to talk NFL and Raiders football in general, but he's such a good guy and podcaster. It's like you can learn so much from just talking to him about anything. You know what I mean? You could talk to him about his day and learn something from the way he talks to you, the way he does his podcasting, the way he words his word, the way he lays out his sentences. Q is just next level. And like you said, the first time we had him on, he was just doing the Locked On Raiders podcast from, Texas, from old Baylor, Texas, and now his ass is
the UNR,
and now his ass is in Allegiant Stadium talking to Gruden when he gets a chance, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just next level stuff. So to have him on the show, we always appreciate it. We'll always be grateful for it, and we definitely are always looking forward to the next time we get to talk to him, because something new is going to pop up, whether it's with the NFL, whether it's with the Raiders, whether it's with Q, whether it's with us. Something's going to be different the next time we talk to that guy. So I'm super excited to chop it up with him next time.
Yeah, man. Same here. Thanks for having me on to do that, man. Go
100%,
Raiders, man. You know,
Yes,
it's coming
sir.
Saturday. We do got a lot more games, you know, coming Saturday as well.
I was about to say, just to end the show off, man, let's get to it real quick. The road to the playoffs starts here, starting on Saturday. The first game on Saturday. Let's get your pick'ems real quick, Justin. Patriots 10-7 at Bills 11-6. Bills -4.5 favorite, over and under at 44. This game is on the 15th at 8:15 p.m. So the night game. How you feeling on this one, Justin?
You know, I got to be 100% honest, and I'm going to be brutal here. My Raiders are in the playoffs, man. I'm going to need the Bills to go ahead and lose. Bills Mafia is pretty strong, and I'm not saying the Patriots aren't, but I think the Raiders got a good shot against the Patriots and Mac Jones. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Patriots here.
Get it, man. And that's a great answer, honestly, because that's the same way I'm going. Tony said, I'm going Bills. I'm honorary Bills Mafia. Since my Broncos are in the playoffs, I was like, it's too bad that the Patriots are going to win. Like, it sucks that the Bills snagged the number 1 seed. They got at home field advantage, and they're going to lose to the 10-7 Patriots.
Right.
Sheesh. Hey, it just is what's going to get. We told you guys the Jacksonville Jaguars were going to win last week. You guys didn't want to ride with us. Ride with us this week. The New England Patriots at 10-7 will beat the Buffalo Bills at 11-6. Bills defensive ranking this season, everything is at 1, though. Points per game, yards per play, first downs per game, and third down percentage, but they have no Pro Bowlers on that defense. So everyone knows defense wins championships. They're at that point to where they need to start playing real defense. And my guy Lil Spinks 09 is saying Pats. T saying great show, guys. I'm logging off after that. And you don't want to take our pick? Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, check this one.
Dallas Vegas Super Bowl. What would we do if that happened? What would we have to do? I'd probably be shit faced.
Yeah.
I told myself, I'm like, I'm going to be so excited if Dallas makes it to the Super Bowl, but realistically, I'm going to be blackout drunk.
I'll be crying. I'll be crying.
Thank you. You guys lost by 30. You're all, thank you.
Oh, no. Oh, I'll be pissed.
You might be mad on that one. Yeah. Moving on to the second and final Saturday game, and we'll talk about the rest of the Sunday games on the Rick T podcast on Saturday night. But let's get rid of these Saturday games, man. Raiders 10-7 at Bengals 10-7. Bengals are a -5.5 favorite. Over and under is at 49. Justin, opinions on this one?
The Raiders are gonna win, baby. Let's go Raiders.
Let's go Raiders. You got a score for this one? Do you think are you more riding Q's vibe, like the 21-24? Hey, oh, my man hit the gritty. Tony,
man,
come on, Tony.
I gotta go with the Raiders up, man. You know, like Q said, it's gonna be a close game. I gotta rock with Q and what Q said. Let's go 21-17 Raiders.
21-17 Raiders. And I'm also riding with the Raiders in this one. Like I said earlier in the show, this matchup is, and like you said, this is an even matchup. There's some teams you don't match up well against. The Bengals versus the Raiders is probably one of the most even matches in all of this weekend. You got Derek Carr and Joe Burrow. A lot alike, just a little bit different age. You got Josh Jacobs and Joe Mixon. A lot alike, just different ages. The only thing that I would say you guys don't have is a Jamar Chase, but you guys have a Hunter Renfrow who can do the same thing. He's just 8 feet shorter. Simple. So I'm going with the Raiders one, bro. I got the Raiders winning this one 28-17. I think this is an 11-point game, but I got the Raiders doing the goddamn thing for real. Look, this guy just doesn't want to ride with us at all this weekend. Bengals by 10. Tony's on some bullshit this weekend, brother. Tony's on some for real bullshit this weekend, man. But this is the Talk Your Talk show here on January 12th, 2022 with my guy, Justin Sanchez. Real quick before we get out of it, Justin, welcome back, brother. Welcome back. How you feeling on that?
Feels good, man. I can't wait to start getting more engaged and start, helping the team out again, man. I appreciate y'all for taking me back, and let's get it.
Of course, man. We're going to get it popping. We appreciate you guys all for tuning in. We appreciate everyone for watching wherever they may be watching from, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, whether it's on your way to the liquor store. Justin?
Hey, I gotta say, shout out Don, saying nice gritty. Thank you. You know your boy's sturdy. I do gotta say, cookouts and fistfights will be back full-fledged. I don't know if it's gonna be for the next upcoming UFC fight or the weekend after that. But a lot of my favorite fighters are coming. A lot of your guys' favorite fighters are coming. So cookouts and fistfights will be back in full-fledged soon.
Yeah, sir. Sorry about that. My phone's fucking playing weird shit.
Good.
Trying to enter us out with something like this.
Hey.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk Show, January 12, 2022. Shout out to your boy Q. Shout out to Glacier Boys. Shout out to the Beast. Shout out to Zappers Nation for all my guys coming on the Rick T podcast, Rick T platform, the Talk Your Talk Show, and talking their motherfucking talk, baby. We appreciate you guys. This is January 12, 2022. Justin, nothing but love, brother.
Nothing but love. One love, everybody. Thank you. Be safe. Be healthy. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. And let's go. Raider Nation, baby.
Go Raiders, man. I'm riding with them. Go Raiders, man. Appreciate you guys.
I need you to stay.